Get paid, take a measure, pay attention.
From the future home of Super Bowl 56, there's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First down, Brady. And incomplete to open things up. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Brady now to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Hines. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Brady to throw. That's complete right side to Kmet. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays high.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's got the first down here and then some, but a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. So the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this one. I can guarantee you there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking away his top target. Double, triple him if they have to. Make the other guys rise up and try and beat them. They'll feel a whole lot better if those guys win in the rounds instead of their number 1 guy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. On first down, Hines. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf. with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Taylor now from the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
21, 21. 13, 13.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And another juke. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And Brady will sneak it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Steelers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And it's now 14-0.
14. Chargers, nothing.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, They know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Go, go. It's going to be a long day. 11.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Then he finds Beasley, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 47, Mike. 47, Mike. Mike, 47.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had 1 pick. It could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they're certainly playing their best football of the year.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Chargers, nothing.
Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. On play action. Now Brady. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Well, we keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating. But his message there, keep waiting.
Gostkowski the extra point. And it's now 21-0.
The score, Steelers 21. Chargers, nothing.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
Taylor now from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be... And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Dean Lowry. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. In his own end zone, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. They'll run on first down. It's Hines fighting through the tackle at the 30. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That good for 19 and a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Wait, that line, 80. 54 Mike. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They 72. Y'all playing wrong football. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
They run with Hines. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On second down now, it's Hines. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Brady. Over the middle here to Brown. And down inside the 15 he goes. Brown, his first catch. It's a first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Hey, 66. 150. Back. Check 15, check 15. Check it, reload. Check it.
On first down, Hines. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
8-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Hines. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Let's go. Check 50.
On 3rd down, it's Hines. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll try and run for this with Singletary.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
65. Exit. Hey, watch it.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And this one caught by Beasley. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
57's Mike 57.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Jerry Jeudy as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7.
Steelers 24, Chargers 7. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
And he'll let this go deep for Bourne.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. The Charger drive about to get going.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Open man is Kendrick Bourne. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for L.A. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert. On 4th.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Who we got? 47 Mike, 47 Mike. Mike, 47. What we got? What we got? What we got?
That'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. What is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
Now Brady. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Mika Fitzpatrick, the all-pro safety, up to make the play. 2nd and 8 coming up. On play action, it's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll check this down to Hines. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Here's Sam Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
With it is Brown. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. This to Hines on the drop-off. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Hines, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. The Steelers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Brady. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
First down, Steelers.
They'll try the left side. It's Hines. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defensive.
And it's a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Christian Barmore in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. 47 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On second down and 4, Garoppolo. Complete toward the sideline, finding Beasley. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
The Chargers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep. And they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. Man open, it's Moss, complete. The 40. 30, the 20, touchdown LA! Thaddeus Moss, his second touchdown on the season, and the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field, but to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. On second down, it's Hines. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
This is Hines. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Levante David in on the tackle.
39-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. It brings up 2nd and 7.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
52 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. On first down, Hines. Room to run inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side. It's Hines, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Now it's Hines. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a gain of 11, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Stephen Gostkowski on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Do what we do.
Picked off at the 49.
We knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts it in to any hopes that they have.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry